Hi guys, today I'm going to compare three cheap head-worn mics that plug into the AKG wireless transmitter microphone system. The first one is the one I'm wearing. You can hear the levels here coming through the Mackie Pro FX6 version 3 Plus here on my right. Now I'm going to shrink myself down so you can have a better look at some of these other microphones here. So the one I'm wearing right now is this one from eBay, American dollars, right? So that's $43.77, not including delivery. So I bought that because it's got nice padding here around the ears and it doesn't hurt. Really, I've been wearing it for hours and I've been trying to record songs and so on, but I could never get the levels right because it's complicated to try and get the backing tracks from the PC through here while showing the visuals in the background using the green screen and all the other things. To get the levels right, I may have to do multi-track recording, which I know the Mackie is capable of. Potentially that would mean just recording my vocals and guitar and then just placing the backing track into Premiere as a separate track. Then I can really tweak the levels of everything. Well, not the guitar and mic, unless I wanted to do those two as multi-track and switch off the loopback function on the Mackie. So if I can zoom in here, using the onboard system there. Okay, so Mackie has three recording modes: standard, loopback, and interface. I can't remember which one I need to use, but this volume control tends to control the computer's volume in conjunction with the keyboard volume controls for the output from the PC, giving me the backing track levels and so on. Anyway, this is the microphone test. The first one, it sounds okay. You can bring it around further around your face if you want to. It sort of slides around and the microphone goes away or closer to your mouth. I think it is it says cardioid. I thought it was kind of more omnidirectional. What does it say here? Often with these Chinese things, it says condenser microphone. I don't know. I haven't got the phantom power turned on. Now I do. It doesn't make any difference, right? 48 volts is now being pumped into this thing through there and into the microphone receiver, but I don't know if that's doing anything. It just switches off for a second and switches back on. So I don't know. I thought condenser mics needed a sort of an external input. I just don't trust what they, the information they put. Cardioid directivity capsule. I don't even know if that's true. Condenser element, cardioid, and they're the stats. So that's what you're hearing right now. Okay, I've got the level up pretty high there, the preamp almost at full. Got the bass and treble pretty high as well on this mic. And it's plugged into the belt pack, that belt pack right there, okay? That's the Mini Pro 2's belt pack. So I'm going to unplug this one and try out one of these other microphones. Let me just zoom out here a little bit. Okay, we'll try out this one because actually maybe I should try this one. If you compare the one that I'm wearing to this one from AliExpress, okay, this one here, right? $11.59. And I think I spent $25 including delivery or I don't know what it was, less than that, but it's all cheap. Okay, this one says it's an omnidirectional headset, and you can choose the 3.5mm screw thread, 3.5mm spiral head, 3-pin XLR for AKG. That's this one, right? The one I need. And then there's 4-pin XLR, 4-pin XLR My Pro, and 4-pin XLR Shure, and then Technica plug. So I'm always looking at the AKG. I'll describe it more when it's on my face. Okay, so I've just turned on the microphone for the camera above me, the Mini 12. This thing, you just heard what it does. It just goes when I touch the edges. I had it on full volume. This thing didn't fit around my head. It's for a baby, and there's no way to make it longer. You might think those things if I adjust them. No, that's just to make the wire sit nice. You know, it doesn't. It's not size adjustable. My head is bigger than that. Okay. And then this thing, which would have been interesting to see if it could have maybe stayed in some direction, the microphone doesn't fucking work. That's what's happening. I pressed the phantom power as well, and it just had no audio whatsoever. I'll be sending that back for a fucking refund. I don't know if I should even bother cable tying it back again. What a waste of money. It could be that they just didn't wire that in properly, but it's shit. It's just shit, and I hate wasting money like that and my time when I have to send it back to them and so on. Let's try this other one from AliExpress. So this one, whatever that link is there, don't buy it. That's the one that was the dud from AliExpress. Okay, and then the next one from AliExpress is this one, which I've got on the table in front of me. Can bend freely. Wheat head size. I've never heard that. That looks different from that, doesn't it? How can that be the same thing? They're two different things. Okay, let's test this thing out. Let's get the ear hooks out of there first. Just spring straight up. The wire's very thin and looks like it could easily break. I'll try to do it nicely. Don't want to try to get it back in there. I'll just chuck it in a plastic bag and send it to them rubbish mail if I need to, if this is fucked like the last one. It does look like it has more potential for having a more direct in front of your face sound, and it looks like that part there has the opportunity to slide well around your face. Yeah. I don't know if that means that the ears can change distance from each other. It looks like the ears are going to be locked at a particular distance, and all these other adjustments here are just for cable management. So I'd say the ear distance is locked and the microphone distance is adjustable. And they say you can flip this over and make it come around the right hand side of your face instead of the left if you want. Okay, I'm going to put this on my head, see if it fits. Okay, I'm putting it on my head. I don't know what kind of baby heads they've got in China, but fuck, there is no way that's going to fit. Okay, on the right hand side there. How far around does it come? Guess I can force it. There's definitely a tugging feel on the front of both ears there. It does kind of fit. How well would that stay in place while I'm bouncing around? How well does that twist into position? You definitely wouldn't want to dance or do any fitness stuff in this thing. It just wants to flop. It's no good for that. It does come around in front of the face. It says it's unidirectional. Now I'm going to plug it in here. The volume is all the way down for safety at the moment. That is the right direction, isn't it? The right plug hole. Okay. That's in. I'm going to turn the volume up, up, up. Plosive, sibilance. I'm getting my left channel only. Okay, that's because my other earphones fall out. Yep, that sounds pretty good quality, this one. But it's very plosive. All my breathing and everything. I can slide this back further into my face, but then it wouldn't be directly in front of me. Every breath up the nose, everything. But it goes to show how clear a microphone can be if it's directly in front of your mouth, as opposed to these other ones. I'm definitely throwing that back to a refund. Yeah, I mean, it may be way too sensitive. And I can obviously adjust that on the Pro FX desk over here by turning down the preamp. That's still leaving all the plosives and everything in place. Usually with the effects, the breath is just a problem. It's just like right up the nostrils. What if I face it down a bit? No, it still picks it up. I'm going to bring this whole thing further into my slide back. Hold onto the ear hook. Okay, how's that? On the side of the mouth a bit more. Yeah, that seems to get rid of a lot of the problem there. That seems to have sorted it out a lot. I'm going to turn the volume back up on this thing. That's actually pretty good. I mean, it's maybe not bad actually. It's got a bit of bass to it and so on, compared to the other one that I was wearing earlier. My original one that I got from eBay, which sounds okay, but it's not unidirectional. It's sort of, I don't know what it said it was. It was, okay, so I'll show you back the screens here. This one I'm wearing, that's obviously different from that. That's what I've got. And I don't mind this. It's actually my favourite so far, really. Except for the fact that it's bloody small on my head. It's not adjustable. Whereas this one from eBay, I put that clamp on so that the cable wouldn't get stuck. I bought these clamp things separate so that it clipped to my shirt, so that I'm not constantly getting tugged on my back of my shirt when I lean forward. This is, you know, head size adjustable, right? I think it is. That's just wire management, those two, right? And then this one, is that just the microphone as well? Yeah, I guess they're not. I guess this one is not head size adjustable either. To be honest, I could potentially get used to this constantly being there. And like I got rid of that audio problem from the nasal breathing just by moving it over to the side. I think that makes it okay. Not bad. Yeah, this is good. I feel a burning though around my ears. I don't know if it's because I've jammed my, reading glasses in behind here. Maybe I've got to put the reading glasses on and just let it rest on top of these rubber things that are just jamming my head. These things tend to slip back a bit. Aside from that, I think it's okay. It's very, it is very small, but maybe it is good. They say this is a unidirectional. Does it say what pattern? Or is unidirectional a pattern? I'm not that good at knowing terminologies for audio equipment. Okay, let's say this is the winner, except for the fact that it hurts now. It's really jamming. Let's see if I can bend the ear hooks further forward. Let's look at this one for a second, right? You'd imagine that these ear hooks could be bent forward a little bit. That distance is locked, right, between the base of the ear there. And I don't mind having these rubbery things underneath the ears. This one's not rubbery though, this one's hard plastic here. This one's rubbery, it's a bit squishy. The one from eBay. This one right here. This was the most expensive of the three, was it? Yeah, $43. Whereas these other ones were like $26. And the one that didn't work was $11. Why would I want to spend $11 on something that just doesn't work? What are you trying to collect metal and plastic? I'm sending this back. Fuckers. Wasting my time. Okay. Can I get used to the feeling of this? It's very secure, I can tell you that. Now, can it be bent? Can it be bent? I'll turn off. Sorry, I didn't realise the microphone of the phone was on. I'm going to turn that off. Okay, so now it's just exclusively this microphone. Before you would have been getting ambient noise from the phone mic. Okay, so now I've bent them more like a question mark shape than a C shape. Maybe that's pushed them forward enough that it'll be more comfortable for me. Yeah, it does. I fixed it. That's how you fix it. You just bend the ear hooks further forward. Now it's not tight. It's almost a bit loose at the moment, actually. So that's good. It is customizable for the shape of your head, so long as it's, you're within the natural bounds of what a head would be. You'd imagine a child's head versus an adult's head, and some adults have very different sized heads as well. Yeah, one size fits all of these things. This is my favorite so far, really. I feel like I can get more bass from this. Especially it's unidirectional as well, so it's not going to get that omnidirectional crowd sound potentially, and it looks like something a performer would wear. And when I do my puppeteering and so on, when I raise the desk up and I'm lifting my hands above my head to do puppet stuff against the green screen back there with whatever wacky backdrop I've got going on back there, with my puppets, this microphone should serve its purpose quite well. Hello there. Hi. Right? As long as I don't whack it, which is normal for any microphone. And then, yeah. So, I think you don't want to breathe on it too, but, it is adjustable to be pulled back even further. I could try doing that now. What's it like when it's back here? So there's no chance of breath going on it. Also, there's no risk of it rubbing against your stubble or your beard as well, because it comes out fairly far. But how does that sound? This is the furthest it goes, right? All the way around there, like that. It can come right, look, it goes past my mouth. Okay, how's that? Above the nose? Then it's blocking my face and looks weird, right? But my nostrils are blowing air down below it. So, but I mean, you could get a pretty good sound. Plosive. Sibilance. Plosive. Plosive. I'm going to pull it back in. And it's not hard to do while you're still wearing it either, so that's good. But it's not slipping out. It's it's got a fairly robust thing. This hard plastic here that I said was hard compared to the rubbery under ear pads that you get with the one from eBay. It's not noticeably painful. That pressure that was coming from the front when it was out of the box in two C shapes. Once I'd bent them forward to become more question marky, that gave me more room over here. And I don't really think it's going to be uncomfortable because these are rubbery around this top part of your ear, which gets very sore if you wear just plain thin wire straight over it for a long time. What's the cable length like? I don't like the cable material itself. It seems very weak and, I don't know, maybe short. I don't know. How's that one compared to the cable length on this one? This is the eBay one. The eBay one's feels more spacious as well. I'll go ahead and unplug the black one that I'm wearing here. Okay, so that's unidirectional. Okay, so this is the eBay one. Now that's been pushed all the way in front of my mouth, and just like with the other, it's responding to the nose wind. You can never put it there. You wouldn't want to put it this far in front of your face either. I'll take this one off because it's just getting a bit cumbersome up here. Okay, so it's not near my nose anymore, but it's distant, isn't it, when I don't have it close to my face. Now in terms of cable length, yeah, it was as I predicted. The black one ends at that distance. I'd prefer to have slack with my cables a little bit compared to them being too short. Yeah, the black one's got a definitely much shorter cable. The sound quality on this is good. Oh, sorry. When you were here before. It's got a very good quality and it's sort of more seamless. If I were to put on, say, one of these wind muffs, this is definitely bigger. So it's therefore it's not tighter on my face. I can barely feel I'm wearing it. It's lightweight. It's bent up, past the top of my lip. My nose wind is not affecting it. What does it look like to have a cream-colored puff right next to my face like that? How could I bend that down? Would I bend the metal here? Yeah, that's pushed it down towards the edge of my lip a little bit. This is the eBay one. Let's just see what we're looking at here. Okay, so this one says it is cardioid. That's not omnidirectional, is it? That rejects sound from back here and promotes sound here. So just, I don't like the look of having the puff, and it's not completely blocking the wind, but it, bala bala bala. What if I put it under my nostrils? Would I still get that nostril effect? Massively blocks the nostril noise. Almost completely blocks the nostril breathing noise. You could put it in front of your face like this, but it's not. You can maybe block most of the nostril noise, but I don't know. This one's good too. I've been wearing it quite far back on my face rather than, I've been wearing it back here. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't want to be seen on stage. Sorry, I'm trying to slide the metal back. Okay, and it just by default wants to land up there. I don't know why that is. There's something I could tilt the whole thing, like if I tilted the whole structure. Maybe it involves bending these metal things so that it forces, I don't know. Maybe it's too large for my face. Okay, and yeah, I would never wear the puff. Okay, I would wear it like that, which gives you no protection from the wind. So I guess I'm leaning towards the black one, but the cable's quite short. With a short cable, it'll struggle to reach my pocket without being a problem, especially it's going to go back down with the clip. Right, these clips that I bought. Otherwise, it will definitely get snagging on my back of my shirt when I'm sweating and leaning forward and everything. So the wire goes in that top bit and it holds on the back of your shirt, and then that clips to your shirt. Okay, a bit cumbersome because it's not integrated. This was the solution I found from Amazon. I think it was $15 for 3 of these clips. Okay, let's just go back and do a direct comparison. This is with the vocal effect. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. Okay. Sibilance, plosive, achoo. I feel like this is more of a rock star looking one, actually, and I think it does a kind of a better job of giving me really more of a direct, bassy kind of diaphragm vibration response in the microphone. I like how much you can bring it around in front of you if you really want to. I don't know exactly how much I need to do that, but I think it's quite useful. Just don't want it directly under your nostrils. It's pretty good. Let's see what this is like in my pocket if I run this around my back behind me, which is how it would be set up under my shirt, and this would go in my pocket. Sitting down seems okay. It's doing this when I put my hand in my when I stand up. It's doing this, right? Because the cable is just so short, and this thing is not got a belt pack with it. This thing, it just has to go in your pocket. It could go into a wearable, proper belt, strap. I just really want to avoid having to do that because it's just so uncomfortable, and you've got no access without taking your clothes off. When it's in your pocket, you sort of got a choice. But then again, this shouldn't really be in my right pocket anyway because it's right up against the transmitter for the guitar, and also that's where my guitar sits on my leg. So I've got to find a solution for where this AKG belt pack needs to sit on my body. I'm sure you could buy extension cables. I'll just check if it's got a detachable port on the back of it, so I could maybe just buy another cable and plug straight into this thing, because I do like this microphone. And now that I've bent the C ear hooks into more of over the letter N, maybe the wire connects right there. I don't know if I'm going to break it if I do that. Staying where it is. So I don't know how to unplug this end part. Is it a plug or not? If I pull it, will it just break the microphone? Can I twist it? It's not like it's got a grippy part where I can just grab onto it and just rotate. I don't know. Most of these cheap microphones cannot be detached. I don't know why they would make it that way. The main problem with this microphone, I do like it, but it's the cable's too short. This thing seemed like it was a problem. But it could be bent into a better spot. Do I want it around the right-hand side of my face or the left-hand side of my face now that I don't know, I feel like I've always had it on the left-hand side of my face. Seemed right. I mean, it seemed good and proper to be on the left. I'm just going to click that back in from the left-hand side and put that hook over there, and then put the wire hook back on as well. Okay, I'm going to bring the volume up on this thing. Still getting audio. It's going to be a problem. Have I fucked it? Why did I make it silly noise? Now this thing's making a fuck ton of sound. Watch all this audio. Shut up. Fuck. Alright, how's that? Very good. Testing 1 2 1 2. Plosive sibilance. Will I wear these every single day compared to these? I guess I would. I'm sure you can buy extension cords for these mini cables, like the ones I'm looking at right here. But why would I want to? That is a cable that's supposed to be detachable. But looking at this one right in front of me here, the one that's being advertised, that picture doesn't even. Oh yeah, okay. So that's where you. That's a plug hole right there, isn't it? But if I look at the one that it is that I purchased, it's not detachable. It's just false advertising right across the board. This is what you get when you buy no-name brand head-worn microphones. I can't recommend to you a good brand one. Like so, this one here was like $43. I think shipping was $10. Oh no, it's right. It was $70. It was $70 with shipping. I don't know how the price has come down to 43. They've knocked off 15%, but it's not the same one as advertised. And all these cheap ones, you can't even detach the microphone. Although this cheap one that doesn't work looks like it might have a screw that you could undo. No, it's welded on with whatever the hell that was melted with. There's no way to detach the mic, and that one's completely broken. I'm getting a lot of signal interference here, and the batteries are running out, even though I just replaced them a couple of hours ago. Go wired, just wear wired headphones and shit, or have a fold back speaker and just carry heaps of luggage to every gig with you. I don't know. I mean, when you're performing, look, you could run a really long cable down onto the floor and up back into your desk if you wanted to, and just wear the headphones so you don't have any wireless issues. But if you're walking around with a guitar, you certainly can't leave the stage and walk around in the audience and play guitar and sing with the audience. No showmanship. You just got to stand or sit there and be plugged in, and take this off before you even stand up out of the chair to reach over to get a drink or anything. It'll be fucked. You want to be wireless, but wirelessness has a lot of issues. So, and I don't know if it's exacerbated when the batteries run low on these things. I'm trying to show you what the fuck's going on behind me. I've just got to move the fuck out of the way. This thing, right? It's creating a fuck ton of interference, and it's wrapped around my body in a very uncomfortable way, right? So, this is what wires are. Like, why can't they just sell something like AirPods, right? Why can't they just sell fucking AirPods with a microphone built in that has no latency problems at all? Why isn't that a product? Just the things that just goes around your head, sits like that. Probably has something coming around so you really pick up right in front of your mouth if you wanted to. Put it all the way back here if I wanted to. You getting any sound there? But now. Air inside my mouth. Okay, that's the best I can do. I think this is a good mic. If somebody told me it was $400,000, no, those fucking industry level ones, I might believe them. I like the shape of it. I like the maneuverability of it. The ear pad problem with it being for a tiny person's head was fixed by just bending the metal, so it now fits me. So the only real problem now is the short cable, and there's no way to detach this. And running, having something halfway down my back with it's like a double adapter or something that goes from mini XLR to mini XLR and onwards to extend it longer. That's not how these things work. The wire itself, the cable type, the rubberiness and the surface texture of this material matters in the whole setup. Would I recommend this particular one? I'd say try to find one like it. I like this go around the face. I think it looks fairly cool for a rock sort of performer. It comes around the face for singing. I haven't tested it with loud singing and loud breathing and so on. But you know, it can't be near the nose, right? If it was above the nose, it'll look stupid facing down at the mouth, but it'd probably work well as a sort of a shotgun mic from up there, right? I'd say probably veer towards the edge of the mouth here and sort of come in like that, so it's not directly below the breadth of the nostrils. And it kind of looks okay like that, I think. Hope you learned something. I did. Fucking click like. I'm not even asking. Just fucking click it.